Have you ever wondered if faith and logic can walk hand in hand? Does belief demand the sacrifice of reasoning? It's a question as old as time, and one that continues to divide minds and hearts. Let's begin with a relatable story. Imagine a young man named Arif, sitting alone in a library. On one side of his desk lies a science textbook filled with equations and theories. On the other, a scripture offering spiritual guidance and moral clarity. Arif's mind becomes a battlefield of questions. Can these two books ever tell the same story? Or are they destined to oppose each other forever? This conflict isn't new. Throughout history, the battle between faith and logic has been fought in classrooms, courtrooms, and even our own minds. Take Galileo, for example. He discovered that the earth revolved around the sun, a revelation that clashed with religious beliefs of his time. But was Galileo's science truly at odds with faith? Or was it a misinterpretation of scripture? Consider Al-Hazen, a Muslim scholar from the golden age of Islam. He pioneered the study of optics and laid the foundation for modern science, all while being deeply rooted in his faith. So why do we so often assume that faith and logic must always oppose each other? Could it be that the real conflict lies not between them but within us? Science is a pursuit of truth based on evidence, experimentation, and observation. It helps us understand the how of the universe, how stars form, how cells divide, how gravity pulls us to the earth. But there's a limit to what science can explain. The Big Bang Theory tells us how the universe began but doesn't address why it exists. Why is there something rather than nothing? Why do we search for meaning? Every discovery in science opens more questions. As Nobel laureate Werner Heisenberg once said, "The first gulp from the glass of natural sciences will turn you into an atheist, but at the bottom of the glass, God is waiting for you." Faith, often misunderstood as blind belief, is more than that. It's trust in the unseen, hope in the unknown. It's like planting a seed, believing it will grow even when you don't see the roots. Even science requires a form of faith. Scientists trust their hypotheses, rely on the consistency of natural laws, and believe in forces they cannot directly see, like gravity or quantum particles. Let's look at inspiring stories of harmony between faith and logic. For instance, a scientist who, after years of studying the universe, found meaning in prayer. Or a spiritual leader who embraced scientific inquiry as a form of worship. Here's a thought. Logic is the map and faith is the compass. Together, they guide us through life's mysteries. Albert Einstein once said, "Science without religion is lame. Religion without science is blind." What he meant was that science and faith, when combined, give us a fuller picture of existence. Science sharpens our minds, while faith softens our hearts. So why not use both? Question your beliefs, test your assumptions, but never lose sight of wonder. Faith and logic are not enemies. They are partners in the search for truth. At the end of the day, life is a tapestry woven with threads of reason and faith. Pull one out and the whole thing unravels. So, I leave you with a question not to answer but to ponder. What if faith and logic were never meant to oppose each other but to complete one another? What if the real journey is finding harmony between the two? Pause, reflect, and take your first step toward understanding that logic and faith are two sides of the same coin, guiding us toward the ultimate truth.